Welcome back to the Grim Workshop. Today we're going to craft up a spear pole. A spear pole is a pretty awesome way to feed yourself if you're anywhere near water. Back home, these work just as well on frogs as they do out here for salt water. Now, these are aluminum or fiberglass usually. This one's aluminum, and this is a travel pole. So this one takes down, and I was able to bring two sections with me on this trip, but I do have a third section. And I've seen these go from anywhere from 36 inches up to 7 feet. Now they're designed to be used in the water, but if I find any tidal pools and I see anything that's trapped in those, I'm just as likely to get them with the spear pole as anything else. Now these are really cool because these heads are interchangeable. So I can unscrew this head. This is the one only head I brought with me on this trip. So I can unscrew this head. And then I've got other heads. I've got a flopper tip that looks similar to what you would spear or what you would bowfish with for bigger fish. I've got one more open prong for lionfish. So it's cool if you damage the heads or if you're after multiple species with the same pole, you can change this out. And the coolest thing about it is right here. So this is actually powered. So I'm not looking around in the water and poking at fish. This is under tension. So when I've got both sections together, I can look around, I can hunt, and then when I see a fish, all I have to do is open my grip and the pole takes off and gets into the fish. So I've got my spear pole, I've got my mask and snorkel, but what I don't have is clear water. This water is not quite what I hoped for, but it was definitely worth the wait to bring it just in case. So we're gonna try to replicate that same style pole today using the hunting kit. Now I brought the hunting kit along. This thing deserves its own merit. I did not bring the entire hunting kit, but I've got most of the hunting kit here. So with this, I have a slingshot that's capable of shooting rocks off the ground. It has steel balls that's in the kit when the kit's fully loaded. But with this rest here, I can also shoot arrows. And if I can shoot arrows, I'm able to take small game, medium game, large game, as well as fish. Now, to duplicate that barb, we're going to be using one of the heads on the mini surf and turf cart. So let's find a straight stick and get started. So I could look all day for a perfect stick, but that one right there is pretty straight, and that's going to work pretty well for an example. Now because this is going to slide in your hand, you want to make sure you go ahead and take all the bark and all the small little nubs off. Now I don't have a saw to cut this clean. I'll try to baton through, or at least chew through it a little bit and kind of just stub off the end so we can split it and then install the tip. Now to bind that down, I found some rope on the beach. I'm going to go ahead and try to unravel this and see if I can get some usable cordage out of it. It's usable like it is, but to make it a lot more effective, I took the slingshot bands off the sling bow. I'm going to use that same beach rope to just tie it to the shaft. That way you can put tension on it, and when you see your fish, release your grip, and it's really going to take off quick. Carrying a regular spear pole is a really good idea. It's got a lot of uses and can definitely feed you. But being able to carry something that would fit in an Altoid size tin that you can improvise if you were to lose your spear pole or damage your spear pole, or maybe you just didn't bring it on this trip, you can get the same type of function with a stick, the bands off your hunting kit, and the surf and turf card.